Download this code from codegive.com, link in the description below. Securing Spring Boot REST API with Keycloak, a comprehensive tutorial. This tutorial provides a comprehensive guide on securing a Spring Boot REST API using Keycloak for authentication and authorization. We'll cover everything from setting up Keycloak to configuring your Spring Boot application and implementing resource-level security. Prerequisites * Java Development Kit, JDK, 8 or later * ensure you have a compatible JDK installed. * Maven or Gradle * a build tool for managing dependencies. * IDE, integrated development environments such as intellij IDEA, Eclipse, or VS Code. * Docker, optional but recommended for easier Keycloak setup. * Basic understanding of Spring Boot and REST APIs. Table of contents * 1. Setting up Keycloak. * 1.1. Using Docker, recommended. * 1.2. Manual installation, alternative. * 1.3. Creating a realm. * 1.4. Creating a client. * 1.5. Creating users. 2. Creating a Spring Boot project. * 2.1. Project initialization. * 2.2. Adding dependencies. 3. Configuring Spring Boot for Keycloak. * 3.1. Application.properties/application.yml configuration. * 3.2. Spring Security configuration. 4. Implementing REST API endpoints. * 4.1. Creating controllers. * 4.2. Adding resource-level security using annotations. 5. Testing the API. * 5.1. Obtaining a token. * 5.2. Making API requests with the token. * 5.3. Testing role-based authorization. 6. Advanced configuration, optional. * 6.1. Custom user details service. * 6.2. Fine-grained authorization policies. * 6.3. Token propagation to backend services. 1. Setting up Keycloak. Keycloak is an open-source identity and access management (IAM) solution. We'll set it up to handle authentication and authorization for our API. 1.1. Using Docker, recommended. This is the simplest and fastest way to get Keycloak running. 1. Pull the Keycloak Docker image *. 2. Run the Keycloak container *. P8080:8080 maps the container's port 8080 to your host's port 8080. You can change this if port 8080 is already in use. *ekeycloak_admin equals admin ekeycloak_admin_password equals admin, sets the initial administrator username and password. Important * change these for production environments. *name Keycloak, assigns a name to the container. *start dev, starts the Keycloak server in developer mode. 3. Access the Keycloak admin console *. Open your web browser and navigate to http://localhost 8080. Log in with the username admin and the password admin. 1.2. Manual installation, alternative. 1. Download Keycloak *. Download the latest Keycloak distribution from the official website, https://www.keycloak.org/downloads, https://www.keycloak.org/downloads. 2. Extract the archive *. Extract the downloaded archive to a directory of your choice. 3. Start Keycloak *. Open a terminal and navigate to the bin directory inside the extracted Keycloak folder. *start dev starts the server in development mode. *HTTP port equals 8080 sets the HTTP port. Adjust if needed. *HTTPS port equals 8443 sets the HTTPS port. Adjust if needed. 4. Access the Keycloak admin console *. Open your web browser and navigate to http://localhost 8080. Log in with the username admin and the password admin. Note, if you use the CLI to start the server for the first time, you will need to set the admin user with kcsh create user and other admin configurations. 1.3 Creating a realm. Realms in Keycloak are isolated environments for managing users, clients, and roles. Let's create a new realm specifically for our API. 1. Log into the Keycloak admin console. 2. Click on the Master Realm drop-down in the top left corner and select Create Realm. 3. Enter a name for your realm, example My API Realm, and click Create. 4. Optional, configure realm settings as needed. For this tutorial, the default settings are sufficient. 1.4 Creating a client. Clients represent applications that want to access Keycloak's protected resources. We'll create a client for our Spring Boot API. 1. Select the realm you created, example My API Realm. 2. In the left menu, click on Clients. 3. Click Create Client. 4. Enter a client ID, example My API Client. This is a unique identifier for your application. 5. Select client type as confidential. 6. Click Next. 7. Configure the client settings. *root URL * leave this blank for now. *valid redirect URIS * set this to http://localhost 8081/ if your Spring Boot application will run on port 8081. Adjust the port if necessary. This is where Keycloak will redirect the user after successful authentication. *web origins * set this to http://localhost 8081, adjust the port if necessary. This enables CORS, cross-origin resource sharing, for your client, allowing requests from this origin. *client authentication * select client secrets. 8. Click Save. 9. Important, client credentials * after saving the client, navigate to the Credentials tab. Note down the client secret. You'll need this to configure your Spring Boot application. 1.5 Creating users. Now, let's create some users in Keycloak that can access our API. 1. Select your realm, example My API Realm. 2. In the left menu, click on Users. 3. Click Add User. 4. Enter a username and email, and other required fields, for the user. Set email verified to on for simplicity. In this tutorial, in a production environment, you would typically require email verification. 5. Click Create. 6. Go to the Credentials tab and set a password for the user. Set temporary to off. Click Set Password. 7. Assign roles, optional. Go to the Role Mappings tab. Click Client Roles. Select your client, example My API Client. Assign roles to the user. For example, you might create a role called admin in the client's settings and assign it to a user who should have administrative privileges. * to create roles within a client * 1. Go to Clients. 2. Select your client, example My API Client. 3. Click Roles tab. 4. Click Add Role. 2. Creating a Spring Boot project. Now, let's set up our Spring Boot project. 2.1 Project Initialization. You can use Spring Initializer, https://start.spring.io/ https://start.spring.io, to create a new Spring Boot project. 1. Configure the project asterisk. Project maven or gradle, choose one. Language Java. Spring Boot version choose a stable version, example 3.x. Group example com example. Artifact example myAPI. Name example myAPI. Description example Spring Boot REST API with Keycloak. Package name example com example.myapi. Packaging jar. Java 17 or 21. 2. Add dependencies The following dependencies are essential for this tutorial. Spring Web for building RESTful APIs. Spring Security for authentication and authorization. Keycloak Spring Boot Adapter for integrating with Keycloak. Lombok, optional for reducing boilerplate code. 3. Generate the project Click the Generate button. This will download a zip file containing your project skeleton. 4. Import into your IDE Extract the zip file and import the project into your IDE, intellij IDEA, Eclipse, etc. 2.2 Adding dependencies. If you did not add the dependencies using Spring Initializer, you can manually add them to your project's build file, pom.xml for Maven, build.gradle.kts for Gradle. Maven, pom.xml. Gradle, build.gradle.kts. Important make sure to replace 23.0.4 with the version of Keycloak you are using. 3. Configuring Spring Boot for Keycloak. Now we'll configure our Spring Boot application to connect to Keycloak. 3.1 Application.properties/application.yml configuration. Create an application.properties or application.yml file in the src/main/resources directory of your project. This file contains the configuration properties for your application. Application.properties*. Application.yml*. Explanation*. Server.port, sets the port your Spring Boot application will run on. Keycloak.auth server URL, the URL of your Keycloak server. Keycloak.realm, the name of your Keycloak realm. Keycloak.resource, the client ID of your Keycloak client. Keycloak.credentials.secret, the client secret of your Keycloak client. Replace your _client_secret with the actual secret from Keycloak. Keycloak.security constraints and spring.security.filter.order, configure Keycloak's web security constraints and filter order. These configurations bypass Keycloak's default security mechanism to allow explicit security configuration in Spring Security. 3.2 Spring Security Configuration. Create a Spring Configuration class to configure Spring Security with Keycloak. Explanation **** at Keycloak configuration, marks this class as a Spring Security Configuration class for Keycloak. *** at enable global method security, JSR250 enabled equals true, enables JSR250 annotations, like at roles allowed, for method level security. You can also use secured enabled equals true for at secured annotation. *** configure global, authentication manager builder auth, configures the Authentication Manager Builder to use Keycloak's authentication provider. The simple authority mapper maps Keycloak roles to Spring security authorities. Session authentication strategy configures the session authentication strategy. Configure HTTP security HTTP configures the HTTP security object to define security rules. Here, we're allowing public access to the /public endpoint and requiring authentication for all other endpoints. Keycloak config resolver, this bean is crucial. It tells Keycloak to use Spring Boot's configuration properties, from application.properties/application.yml, instead of a keycloak.json file. 4. Implementing REST API endpoints. Now, let's create some REST API endpoints and secure them with Keycloak. 4.1. Creating controllers. Create a controller class to define your API endpoints. Explanation **** at REST controller marks this class as a REST controller. *** at get mapping maps HTTP GET requests to handler methods. *** at roles allowed admin secures the /admin endpoint. Only users with the admin role, defined in Keycloak, can access this endpoint. 4.2. Adding resource level security using annotations. We're using the @roles allowed annotation from JSR 250 to implement role-based authorization. This is a simple and effective way to control access to specific resources based on user roles. 5. Testing the API. Now, let's test our API to ensure that the security is working correctly. 5.1. Obtaining a token. You'll need to obtain a Keycloak access token to make authenticated requests to your API. You can obtain one through the Keycloak REST API or a client library. Here's an example using curl. Replace your _client_secret with your client's secret from Keycloak. Replace your _username and your _password with the credentials of a user you created in Keycloak. The response will be a JSON object containing the access token, in the access_token field. Copy this token. 5.2. Making API requests with the token. Use the access token to make requests to your API. You'll need to include the token in the authorization header as a bearer token. Replace your _access_token with the access token you obtained. You should be able to access the /protected endpoint successfully. 5.3. Testing role-based authorization. 1. Access the /admin endpoint * make a request to http://localhost 8081/admin with the access token of a user who does not have the admin role. You should receive a 403 forbidden error. 2. Assign the admin role * in the Keycloak admin console, assign the admin role to a user. 3. Obtain a new token * get a new access token for the user you just assigned the admin role to. 4. Access the /admin endpoint again * make a request to http://localhost 8081/admin with the new access token. You should now be able to access the endpoint successfully. 6. Advanced configuration, optional. 6.1. Custom user details service. If you need to retrieve user details from a database or other source, you can create a custom user details service. This is beyond the scope of this basic tutorial but essential in many real-world scenarios. 6.2. Fine-grained authorization policies. For more complex authorization scenarios, consider using Keycloak's authorization services to define fine-grained policies based on attributes, context, and other factors. 6.3. Token propagation to backend services. If your API needs to call other backend services, you can propagate the Keycloak access token to those services. This allows the backend services to also authenticate and authorize requests based on the user's identity. For this scenario, you would implement a client request interceptor that adds the bearer token to the request's header. This concludes the tutorial on securing a Spring Boot REST API with Keycloak. You've learned how to set up Keycloak, configure your Spring Boot application, implement REST API endpoints, and secure them with role-based authorization. Remember to adapt this configuration for a production environment, including strong admin password and client secret management. Good luck.